welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle Blush, and today we're gonna do a very easy, low-key, simple, basic makeup look. And this is basically gonna give you a full face feel without the actual makeup. For those girls out there that are just starting to get into makeup, this is an easy transition into the world of makeup. I've had quite a few friends of mine tell me that they would love to get into the makeup thing, but they just like don't even know where to begin. And so I feel like this is gonna be a really good video for those of you who don't really have any knowledge, expertise, skill, whatever you want to call it, with makeup. I think it'll be really easy for you to follow along with, and I think you're gonna find that the look is super easy to achieve and it's still pretty. And yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. The first couple things that you are going to need, or I would recommend that you have, number one, any type of regular moisturizer, or if you want to do a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream. I've been using this since my How I Did My Makeup in High School video, and I actually don't hate it. I get a lot of compliments on how my face looks, so would recommend that. I do have face moisturizer on, but I'm gonna just do a little bit of this True Match Lumi Glotion to give me a little more of a glow going on under my skin. Under my skin? On my skin. So I'm just gonna use, about a pea size amount. Take it with my fingers and just kind of hit the high points. So here, and this step is totally optional. I just like it because I like having a little bit of luminosity. I didn't prime, so we'll just prime now because I'm out of my good primer. And so this is just Fix Plus that I just spray on my face. And then with a damp beauty blender, I'll kind of blend it in. This will at least give your makeup something to grip to. I'm gonna put a little bit of BB cream all over my face. And then with my beauty blender, I'm going to take it on the sponge and just kind of blend it in. Okay, so the first portion of the face is done. I'm gonna flip the camera around so that you guys can get pretty close and see what's really going on since this is a tutorial. Okay. So to start off with, I am gonna take the Makeup Revolution concealer. Now you can just do one, or you can be like me and do two. I just really like that the consistencies of the two kind of blend together and give you like a custom sort of look. I'm gonna just kind of draw some little shading underneath my eyes and then just a stripe down the nose, and we'll say 4 little swipes on the chin and just a little swiping up here. It doesn't really matter, you're blending it out anyway. This is just like showing you the points of your face that you're highlighting. I like to really get underneath my eyes because that's where I find I have the most discoloration, and honestly a lot of times I'll even drag that stuff down into my kind of problem areas just to kind of give it a little extra coverage, especially if I'm not wearing like a full coverage makeup. And then with the second concealer, I really am just getting close into the inner corner here where I have the most kind of dark circles. Again, you do not have to do 2 concealers. I just find that for me, this combination works really nicely. So, if you're just beginning and you don't have a lot of tools, honestly, you could just blend this out with your finger. It's gonna take a little while and it's not gonna look as pretty as if you were to go out and get any sort of beauty sponge. But I do want you to see that it is possible when you're just starting out. If you really just take your time and really pat it out, you really can use your finger and it will be just fine. You really want to get underneath your lash line as well and as close to your eye as you possibly can. In fact, because we're going to be doing an eye look with this, I'm actually going to take part of that concealer and drag it on top of my lid. This will work as a primer. If you don't have an eyeshadow primer, concealer will work just fine as long as you set it. So, and I'm just kind of filling in any kind of red spots. As you can see, I'm going to take it down a little bit onto my cheek and definitely kind of like to the eyebrow line and below. So that's just with my finger. I am gonna go ahead and show you with a beauty blender how much faster it is. You do lose some product when you use a beauty blender, so bear that in mind as well. We need to set the face, and the reason that you need to set with a powder is because otherwise you're gonna start creasing. Your oils in your face are gonna build things up underneath the makeup and make it break apart. I'll show you with my Laura Mercier because it is a translucent powder. It's on a nice, larger, fluffy brush, and I'm really just gonna kind of dust it all over my face. There's a lot of really inexpensive options out there, a lot of drugstore options. Please do not feel like you need to spend $30+ on a setting powder if you're just getting into this. I find that when you're new at makeup, it's really best to save your money and splurge on more important things. Personally, I would spend my money on like Fix Plus, which is $25, and I literally use it to prime my face, set my face, build up eyeshadow color, so super multifunctional. If you want to spend extra money, I would spend it on that. So now that I've got some powder all over my face, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this butter bronzer. I'm just finding the hollows of my cheeks. Kind of want to follow the Kim K rule of the 3. So 1, 2, 3. Like creates a 3, right? So this is 1, that's 2, and that's 3, and it forms a 3. It's the Morphe M510 brush. And on my Wet n Wild palette, I like to dust on the highest points of our cheeks, and then I'll take it up a little bit kind of into my brow area. I don't like to bring it in too far. I like to kind of stop it, let's say here, where the point of my eyebrow is. This is a super pretty highlight, and it's so inexpensive, like $5 at most. I need to put a little bit more powder down on my eyes before we do anything with the eyeshadow. We're gonna take a little bit of that setting powder and we're gonna just set it on top of our eyes. So the face is basically done. At this point, I do like to give it a little spritz and just kind of bring it back to life. Not a necessary step if that's not what you want to do. If you want to just like keep going, go for it. So today for our eyes, keep it really simple and do 2 transition shades, and then I'm going to use a fabulous product for all my newbies out there. I highly recommend you pick these up. These are the Stila Shimmer and Glow liquid eyeshadows. This is in the shade Kitten. It's a really easy, versatile shade that you could literally wear every day, and I'm not even kidding you, it goes on so easy. For anybody's face, if you're gonna do a transition shade, you wanna keep it pretty light and pretty neutral. I'm gonna take Dusty Rose, which is this color right here, on a Morphe M441 brush. All Morphe's brushes are super inexpensive. I would really recommend that you pick them up. And to lay down the transition color, we literally just follow. I'm opening my eyes like just wide enough, I'm not like crazy, but just wide enough that I can see where my crease lines are, and I just kind of follow the natural curve of my eye. I'm trying to keep this like simple, so yeah, my brows don't look great, but you know, if you're new at makeup and you're not really comfortable with doing brows, I'm still not comfortable with doing brows, and I've been doing my makeup for a very long time. So you can take either like a little mini flat brush or an angled eyebrow brush. I'm gonna use the angled eyebrow brush. You're gonna wanna get a spoolie. This one happens to have one on the end. Just brush them up a little bit. You're gonna wanna just take a color that matches pretty well, and then you're just gonna wanna kinda like run it through your brows. I'm trying to grow my brows out, you see? So I have like a gap here that I'm gonna need to like finesse. All right, let's just call it there with the brows because I don't wanna mess around with stuff right now. I ain't got time for that. Again, same brush, and I'm gonna just take a little bit of a darker color. So let's just go into Rustic right here. And just kind of on the outer edges, we'll just build it up a little bit. So I'm gonna take the shade Kitten. This is the shade that I just swatched for you. And I'm gonna show you how easy it is to do a full pretty makeup look with like the with like the easiest application, right? Okay, so you're literally just gonna close your eye and swipe it across, and you're just gonna follow the natural curve of your eye. Try not to bring it up too far into that crease line though, because then you're gonna start messing with what you just put down. So I'm just gonna stop it kind of right there. And I am gonna pat it out, just because I don't want it too intense. Great. So that side's done. Let's do the other side. Great. And then just using that very same brush, no extra powder, just kind of buff into the two lines so that they blend. Cool, so that's basically the eyeshadow look. Now you can always take a little bit of your highlighter on your pinky and kind of press it into the inner corner. That way you've got a little bit of extra glow. So at this point, you can either go ahead and pop on some mascara. I'm gonna do a little bit of liquid liner today. This is by Pat McGrath Labs. It was like 28 bucks, but I had a $10 off coupon, so I really didn't spend that much money on it. I'm telling you guys, like, this is the best liquid liner. Like, y'all know me, still same OG, but I've been low-key hated on by most of these with no cheek. Okay. So you guys know I don't like to do liner or like wing liner, but hopefully I don't mess it up on camera. Lately I've been having better luck with it. Look at that, you guys. It's a wing. I did it. So, okay, so I spent a lot of money on this, but honestly, you guys, did she just make her wing liner fucking match? If you want to get a good wing liner, like I'm telling you guys, I can never get it right. Like you've seen me physically never get it right. Splurge item, I don't know. All right, cool. One last thing that I highly recommend is that you pick up a small blending brush that you can use underneath your eyes. That is really gonna step up your makeup game. I'm just gonna use the brush that comes with the palette, and I'm gonna use the smaller end. And we're just gonna use that Dusty Rose color that we used before, the very first like transition shade. And I'm just lightly gonna bring it underneath my eyes. Just want a little bit of color to kind of tie everything together. I'm shook by this liner right now. Hasn't failed me yet. All right, and then you can really go about your day after this if you don't like doing a lipstick. I think that if you can put on a lip, it makes the makes the entire thing look finished. Today I'm gonna use a really bright shade. This is just a hot pink. And all right, guys, that is the finished look. Today we are giving you soft glam realness. You know, I really like this look. I think it's soft and pretty. Looks completely put together. I mean, you could totally wear this out to like a wedding or a night on the town, whatever you need to do. But it's also, I mean, that literally was like the easiest makeup look that I've ever done. And it doesn't feel very heavy on my skin. Like it feels super lightweight. All right, guys, well, thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Michelle Blush. If you like me and you like what I'm doing, please don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button down at the bottom. Subscribe if you want to see me or more videos like this, or other videos that are not like this at all. We do a lot of stuff on this channel. It's fine. I would really appreciate the support, and yeah, you know, here we are again at the end of an awkward video, being awkward, and I'm just gonna go ahead and stop and say goodbye. Thanks so much. See you next time.